show is 0, like the number. And so there's basically two main themes to this show. We're playing off of the word 0 and what that entails, so having no sound, no motion, no performers, and then how 0 relates to temperature. So the lowest of something, the least of something, the absence of things. Big chunks of ice. So we're going to have props on the field that look like giant jagged ice sculptures. The band is going to play around them, hide behind them, move them, and restage them throughout the show. You're also going to hear electronic sounds in the front ensemble that sound like ice cracking, wind blowing, that create this feeling of you're in a very cold place that's very desolate, that is similar to an Arctic wasteland, but we're calling it 0. And so you're going to also see shapes in the drill, the members march, that look like the number 0. The guard is going to spin flags that have zeros in it. You'll see snowflakes, you'll see colors that you might see in cold places. So everything is meant to remind you of that feeling and what it looks and sounds like to be in a very, very cold place. Every member has to march to a specific location on the field and be consistent finding it. So once we finally get it on the field, then we're working on perfecting it.
When they announce the show theme, they give us the list of music that they are going to be using for the show. The band forms a giant snowflake, and what happens is that the flag, we have the entire color guard having a bunch of swing flags, which forms a sort of gradient from purple to turquoise of these giant flags that they raise up and swing over their heads, and it's really pretty and a very beautiful moment. What we do in football games only scratches the surface of what we do as a marching band. It's really quite impressive to see not only what we can do, but what other high schools do to put in how much work they put into these productions.
One moment during the show that really stands out to me is where the band slows down into kind of like they start freezing, and it's really cool to watch everyone slowly like freeze on the field, because like all the motion stops, and for like a brief couple of seconds there's just no motion and like no sound, and that's when like you really get hit with the 0. Wow, it really connects to the theme of the show. One of my favorite parts of the show is anytime we have like a big impact chord or like a really powerful chord that the whole band kind of plays out up to the stands and to the audience.
And it was like a preview of the show, and it seemed really intense, and the music was very cool, and I don't know, the idea of it just seemed unique. In kindergarten in general, there's different things you can do. So you can spin flag, or you can spin rifle, or you can spin saber, and everyone does different things. And so me personally, I do rifle in the first part, and I changed to swing flags. It's harder every year because we're trying to progress and improve as a group. My favorite part so far is in part 2, which is the ballad, and we have swing flag work, and the music is really good. It's like a gradient of colors, so there's like light blue and then it turns like purple, and there's like snowflakes on it.
Usually we finish putting the whole show on the field by early October, and right now we're on pace to do that. So we'll probably be done with the entire show by the second weekend of October, and then we spend the rest of the season perfecting the show for our championships that happen in November. The whole process is challenging but extremely rewarding when you see the band at the very end of the season.